15% until next spring. That's the target for voluntary gas reductions amongst EU countries in the face of such uncertainty. Russian President Vladimir Putin's statements on Wednesday provided no clarity about what's going to happen next, while insisting Russia and the state-owned gas exporter Gazprom fulfill all contractual obligations. He's been non-committal, linking the resumption of gas exports to the technical condition of a gas turbine due back from Canada having undergone repairs. The European Union thinks he's playing politics, leveraging a crucial resource for the European economy in response to Brussels sanctions on the Russian economy. Indeed, a complete shut-off would have devastating effects. The IMF predicts the most exposed nations would face an annual drop in GDP by up to 6%. Combine that with extraordinarily high prices, a shortage of reserves, and a cold winter, President Putin has a lot of leverage over European citizens if he chooses to use it, although the Kremlin says it never uses energy exports as a geopolitical tool. As to whether it can afford to curtail a key source of revenue, Russia's in a strong position.
When Russia delivers even less gas to Europe, prices rise even more, and the volumes that Russia still sells go for higher prices. Accordingly, Russia earns about the same amount of money, despite the fact that the volume of deliveries decreased by about 30% in the first half of the year. And in this regard, Russia has nothing to lose.
There are other major pipelines going from Russia to Europe, and the fact exports haven't been increased elsewhere to make up the shortfall leads some analysts to question whether Gazprom is behaving exclusively commercially.
Nord Stream 1 is the one that's under annual maintenance at the moment. It was running below capacity before, but Gazprom, as Russia's key monopoly pipeline export company, has spare capacity through Ukraine, which it's not using. There's a whole pipeline called the Yamal-Europe, which runs between Russia, Belarus, Poland and Germany, and that's not being used at all because the Russian state sanctioned it. So there are physically routes to market that Russia could be using right now, but it's choosing not to for one reason or another.
While Europe tries to wean itself off Russian gas, Moscow's looking east to new markets. But developing the infrastructure to export them at comparable quantities will take years, and so will finding sustainable new supplies for Europe. So, in the meantime, the network of pipelines carrying gas from east to west looks set to remain one of the few links left between Moscow and Brussels. But how much gas will flow through them is anyone's guess. Stuart Smith, CGTN, Moscow.